Hello, a long time no video. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown of the algo. I also noticed that you went a bit quiet after I said I don't want to run the two strategies simultaneously. And the reasons are it's a bit difficult with the algo at the moment because it's basically become a hybrid version. It's not running on its own autonomously because it's too dangerous to do so. So I've got to make a decision when to start the algo, when to stop it. And when to take the profits. If I need to, the algo will take the profits, but the most efficient way to make money is for me to actually decide, because there's a bit more discretion involved, and I got a much better feel of the markets than the algo, because it's very hard to program in things which are very binary. So if this, then that, it might have like a ton of conditions, but it's still not as good as a human being, and it's very hard to kind of articulate how I see things. I don't think I could do it effectively, certainly not to turn it into computer code effectively. So the algo will, there's just three parts to it actually. I'll just start there. The reopen, the baby steps thing is basically once I start the thing, it will then make decisions of when to reopen positions, when to add to positions on its own. Also close any old working orders. So basically if we make a market and the market moves far away, then it will look and see if working orders are quite far away from the level, the current market price at the time, to delete those off and then replace them at a better place. And then I've got some synthetic trailing stops which work very differently to normal trailing stops, basically can follow the price, which normal trailing stops, there's tons of limitations and they don't work very well. And these are the instruments that I'm trading at the moment. I've got 12 on the list, but only 8 are active, and that's because of various reasons, some of which is because it's on the demo. So I actually do have algo is running at the moment, and you can see here we got some working orders waiting. They are a little bit away from the market level. But I'll just go back here and I'll just show you. So today again we've had an excellent day. Based on a £200,000 account, we made 27 grand. Not bad. Had 147 trades. There are quite a few losses, quite a few wins, but overall our losses are way smaller than the amount that we win. Now, just to explain a bit further, this takes an awful lot of concentration when things are actually moving. Once orders start getting hit, if that happens, you'll see that I'm going to struggle to talk if we actually get to that point. The market's very stalled at the moment, even though there are working orders in place. So I'll just quickly go through some other stuff here. Let's close that. So I'll look at yesterday's report. So I think I sent you a screenshot of that. So we look at that. So yesterday 4,990, and then the next day, the day before, I mean, 22,000. So they were. I'll just give you a bit of detail. I reset everything, put the demo back to £200,000 because that's really representative of the small account. And said, right, now I'm going to try and do 7 days in a row, and if I got one losing day, we can't go live. Now I've had a really good run up to that point, but now it was like, right, this is the final test. All my settings are optimized, and you can see here, I can see the distance division, size. These are all my settings, so that the algo knows when to place orders, etc., etc., etc. Like we do run stops, so we do take losses instead of just buying more to try and get out of it. We found it much more effective, or I found it much more effective, should I say, to basically take small losses and restart when conditions in the market permit. So we've had stuff starting to come in on its own. One position on Germany, another one on France. So that's the DAX and the CAC. And we'll have to see how those go in the next couple of minutes. I don't want to make this video too long. So and you'll see that those have been hit, that it's now replaced. Something else has been hit there. There's the FTSE that's come in, so Europe's really moving a bit more strongly, as you can see, than Wall Street and Nasdaq and the S&P. Now this is where it gets tricky. This is why I can't do the VIX at the same time, because I'm having to watch these things, make sure the orders are going through correctly, making sure I pull a profit if the market starts to stall, make sure that I if it starts to run back and goes like a couple of grand down, that I just take the whole lot off and I don't let them all get stopped out. There's a lot going on, a lot. Okay, so the system's now actually put 2 FTSE trades on. Generally won't do more than 2 instruments per group. The system actually determines how many to put on per kind of group. So like in any one time, it generally won't run more than 2 of the same. Sometimes it'll run 1, sometimes it'll run 2. It just depends on a number of things, momentum and volume and other crap. So you can see that, like, and if this does move quickly up, it'll make quite a few £1,000s, and this is how I kind of make a lot of money quickly. I'm looking to make £2,000 or £3,000 per pop. You know, although I talk a lot about pops and drops and stuff like that, and it's the same sort of principle. You can see here that these are doing okay. We're up to 344 already, 446, and this is why it gets tricky, right? Because I have to watch this, and it would just be super hard to maintain like all of these, and this is nothing. I could have like 18-20 positions all running at the same time, maybe more, and manage big VIX position at the same time. At the moment, it's like, I have to say, it's not something I want to do. I can do it on the small account and then do the VIX on the big account while we wait. But once we start doing the algo, until I'm used to it and I fade with everything and very comfortable with being able to juggle a whole lot of plates, because this is like fucking plate spinning of the highest order. Until I'm at that point, I want to just do one strategy at a time, because there's too much to lose if I make a mistake. So you can see here it's adding more positions, still looking to create more positions later on. So we got 2 FTSEs, a couple of other things that have come in. That's US Tech 100, that's the Nasdaq. UK Stocks 50, that's the stocks, the stocks, the European index. A couple more things have come in. You can see the profits really ramping up now. 1600. And as you can appreciate, this is really okay. So we had a couple more, another Germany come in. There's 2 Germanys now, 1 Sweden. Is that another France? 2 France positions. Let's see where we're at. £2,000. Right. So this is where it gets hard. So I don't like how the market's stalling there. I'm going to stop the script so it doesn't keep opening positions. I'm going to take all my positions off, and then I'm going to take those working orders off, and that's it. I don't know how much we made there. Probably about 1,300 quid. And that's it. But that's, as you can appreciate, that's why it's very hard to make 2 strategies at the same time in the same account. So just to sum up, basically, I can do the small account and run the algo, and then I can do the big account, keep that in the old one. But once we start running the algo on both accounts, I just want to stick with one strategy at a time until I'm more comfortable with everything. So I'll speak to you soon. That's it for now. Cheers.